What's going on, y'all? This is Isiah, and I have a trade of the day. Right, we started off doing trade of the week last week, but I want to be able to really like just share the things that I'm learning on my trading journey, and so I wanted to upgrade it to the trades of the day. So every day I'm gonna take some trades that I really learned some stuff from, and I'm gonna go into it and I'm gonna share what I learned, right? And so today was interesting because one of my favorite stocks is Palantir. It's like a software company. They do a lot of data analytics, and they a lot of their business comes from the government. Like 40-50% of their total revenue comes from the government. But last year they started off at like $8, and they ended out the year at like $80. So I've been trading them a lot lately. I have some shares of them as well. So today we're gonna break down how I made $255 with Palantir today. Um, this is four different trades. The first trade I made 100, second trade I made 40, third trade I made 55, and the fourth trade I made $64. And I risked in total for the day $4,800 to make that. So that's a little under, it's like 8% return on my money. Now, the thing about it is that I want you to really understand is that doesn't sound like a lot, but about two of these trades, I could have lost money, right? But I got out at the right time. And so because I got out at the right time, I still made money. And so when you're trading, you got to understand it's not about hitting a home run every time, every trade, every play. If you can make 4%, 8%, 10% on your money on a daily basis, you'll be making over 100% on your money in 10, 15 days. So the way I look at trading is if I have $1,000 and I go to the bank, I go to Chase, I go to, Wells Fargo, and I say, hey, I'm about to give you $1,000. I'm about to come back in 20 minutes. I want you to give me $1,100 back. They can't do that. So no bank is giving you 10% return on your money in 30 minutes. So that's how I look at it. And that's why I want to talk about this trade today, right? So I have the charts pulled up, and then I have my journal pulled up. So I'm about to share my screen, and we about to break it in, right? We about to break it down. So, all right, boom, right? So we got the charts pulled up right here, and the day is still trading. So you're gonna see like the candles going. But first thing, so this is my journal right here. So this is today. I'm green for the month so far. First trade I did a put. I wrote it to the downside. Second trade was a call. Second trade was a call. And then the fourth trade was a put as well, right? So let's go to the charts. Let's break this down. All right, so trade one is right here. Now, when you look at Palantir, this is on the 5-minute time frame. I just want to be able to show you guys the candlesticks and what I was seeing. But I like to trade off the 15-minute time frame, depending on where we're at in the day. Like right now on the day, it's like 10 o'clock on Pacific on the West Coast. So it's a good time to look at the 15-minute. You could also look at the 30-minute. But when it's early in the day, I'm looking at the 5-minute to see what's going on if I get into a trade, right? So now, right here, right? So this is after hours. And then this is on Friday. So on Friday, the stock went up, right? It went crazy. Now, I've been really getting comfortable with Palantir, and so I understand that a lot of times what it does is it'll run up because it's hitting all-time highs. It'll run up and then it'll like cool off and drop from maybe like $3 to $5, and then it'll go back up. So because on Friday I saw it run up, I was like, I think that it's gonna drop today. So that was the move that I was initially looking for. Now, I thought it was going to happen initially, right? So it wicked up here, right? So when you see these little wicks right here, it wicked up. Now, these lines are my support and my resistance. So this is my resistance right here, right? So as you can see, so every candle equals 5 minutes on the 5-minute time frame, 15 minutes on a 15-minute time frame, and so on and so on. So this first 5 minutes of the market, it was a green candle, a big long bottom wick, and then the top wick. So I saw that it tried to get here and above this level, but it did not break this level. And then the next candle was red and it was lower. So I waited for a few minutes and then I saw that it was continuously dropping. Now these little lines right here, you got this yellow line is a 200 EMA, which is very significant. And then you got the blue line, which is my 21 EMA. And then the orange line right here is my 9 EMA. So whenever you have the 9 EMA above the 21 EMA, that is signaling, that's letting you know the trend direction. So this uptrend. Whenever my blue line is above my orange line, that means it's a downtrend. So right here, they had crossed over and the blue was above the orange. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get in. So I got in, I entered the trade about right here. Okay. I wrote it down. Now, initially, I thought that the trade, the stock was just going to go down a lot further. I was expecting about $74. And so I was going to stay in until then, but it did not. You see how it wicked off right here, this level right here. This is support and this is resistance. So this was like a support level for the day. So I got out about right here because I was like, this is support. It didn't keep going. Right. So I got out. Now, if I would have stayed in, I would have lost money on it going up. So that was my first trade. That was a trade where I had made $100 to the downside. Right. That was my 8% trade. Now it went up. I could have got in right here, but I didn't want to. I would have liked to see a couple, maybe one or two smaller green candles before I would have entered, because that would have signaled that it was going back up. Right. But the stock market is always trying to balance itself out, right? So when you look at it right here, when you see a big red candle, then you can definitely expect for the stock to retrace and come back up, even if maybe to the middle of the line. So when the stock was coming up here, I just let it do its thing. And then I let it fight through these EMAs right here. I try not to trade in this range right here because it's going to start slowing down a lot. So when you see stocks going crazy, they're probably most likely outside of these EMAs right here. They're either above it or below it. So when you see a stock going down low and it's below these EMAs, that makes sense. When you see a stock going crazy, it's probably already past these EMAs right here. And EMA stands for exponential moving average. So then trade two. So it had proven itself, right? It was on a little uptrend. So what did I do? I ended up getting in about right here, right? And I wrote it to here. Now, this is a resistance level. Now, sometimes what stocks do is they reject off of this level right here, and then it could have been like a red candle all the way down here. So when I saw that it was getting right here, I had got out because I didn't want the stock price to reject and then it come all the way down here, and then it was a red trade. So that was my second trade of the day. And I made $40 on that one, right? Now I got in trade three. So I got in this trade because it had broke above this level right here, right? This is my resistance level. It broke above this level and then it was closed and it opened. A close and an open is a new candle is complete, right? So on the 5-minute time frame, it's complete. So it opened and closed. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to take it. So I got in, it was like about right here. And then I had wrote it up. I was expecting the stock to go right here, right? Which is $80.99. So if the stock would have went from here to here, I would have probably made about $300, something like that, right? But I saw what was happening. It was stalling out. It rejected off of here, which was, this is the pre-market high, right? So right here is the pre-market high. You see right here, we got this right here, right? So the stock did not break above the pre-market high, and that's why it didn't go any higher. So it rejected off of that. So I ended up getting out right here because I was like, it's rejecting off of the pre-market high, which means that it's not going up any higher. So I'm gonna cut that out. And what was it? It was a $55 trade, right? So then I was like, all right, I'm gonna look for the move that I was initially looking for. And so I let it get below these EMAs right here, right? And then what I ended up doing was I had entered the trade. I had entered in a trade about right here. I entered a light position because I was just chilling for the day at this point, right? And so I took my last trade of the day. Now I took my last trade at 8:21 a.m., right? Market opens at 6:30 a.m. on the West Coast, and I took my last trade at 8:21 a.m., right? So right around here is where I entered in. I got out right here. The reason why I got out right here, as you can see, there's a support line. This is the same support line of right here. It wasn't breaking it when I was looking at it, right? It was just hovering around here. So I ended up getting out because I was like, it could bounce off of here and then go back up there, right? And so I ended up getting out and I was done for the day. And that is my $64 trade right there, right? Now, what I did as well is when I entered right here, the stock went up a little bit and I was down like negative like $40, and I added 2 more contracts. So that way I didn't have to wait so long to make the money, right? And then I wrote it down, got out right there. Now, as you can see, the stock price did exactly what I thought it was going to do, and it came all the way down to $74.71. My initial target was $74. So because that's the support. That's where it was at on Friday, where it came from. So it bounced off of this support line. So I could have continued to stay in the trade around here. But you got to understand that sometimes when you're in a trade and you see it's gone down a substantial amount and then it kind of goes up and down, you probably want to get out because it could reverse and go back up. So I didn't want to sacrifice that reversal. I just wanted to get my money. And then that's how you see we have $259 on my brokerage account is $255.79. And the reason because of that is the brokerage actually takes their little commission. So this shows a higher amount, but on my brokerage account, it's actually $255.79, right? And that's in the thumbnail. But as you can see, I could have taken this trade right here. This is called a change of structure. When you start seeing a change of structure, so you see a run up, right? All these green candles, and then you see a red candle and then another one, it most likely that's a change of character, and now it's bearish and it's going down, right? But this is another change of character. As you can see, it now stopped right here and then it went up. So these are 2 critical levels of support right here. So now this is resistance. So if the stock wants to go higher, it has to break through this level right here. If you see it break above here and it holds, meaning that you see a couple candles right here above this line, you can go up, right? You can get calls. If it stays below, it might hit this and then come back down. You could get inputs, right? And it might ride back down to right here, which was a support level, right? So I took 4 trades today. I risked $4,800. I risked $48.62.79, and I made $255.79, right? So, boom. So yeah, so that's how I made $255 with 1 stock, and I traded that stock 4 different times within the day. I got out and I stopped trading because I didn't want to feel like I was continuously chasing. And also I was about to hop in a shower and start my day. So the goal is to always have your losses be less than how much you win. So what I was learning from this is I was just trading levels today, but I could have been more patient and I could have made more money on 1 trade rather than like the 4. But I'm not mad at myself because, we made 250, right? We made 250 today. It's only Monday. We got 3 more days in the trading week because Thursday is not a trading day. And so, yeah, so if you could you got to understand too, right? $250 don't seem like a lot of money, but most people, they're working for maybe $180 a day for 8 hours. I was in my computer and on a charts for only 2 hours of the day. And I wasn't trading the whole time. I was just looking at what I had to look at. But if you take 250 and you multiply that by 5 for 5 trading days a week, that is $1,250 a week. And then we multiply that by 4 weeks, and that is $5,000 a month, right? The average American does not invest $5,000 a month into the stock market, right? So let's see something. Let's see what does what no how much does the average American invest into the stock market monthly? Let's see. Investment in stocks. All right. So this isn't really showing. I gotta go find some more research. So this is just having questions. But my point is, if you make $5,000 a month trading options, you could take 2,000 of that profit and then you can invest that into shares, right, every month. The average American does not have $500 to invest into the stock market every month, right? So if you could invest 2,000 a month, you're gonna get, where you want to get 4 times faster than the average American, because they don't even have that 500 to be able to invest into the stock market and let it grow, right? So you could live off of stock option income however you want, and 250 is that's like a chill day, right? That's like chill day. Tomorrow I'll probably make 700-800. I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna make, but I'm gonna be sharp and I'm gonna be a sniper, and I'm going to, make my plays, trade my plan, and we're gonna get it. So that's the trade of the day today. I learned a lot from this trade in this day. I hope you did too. Be sure to drop something in the comments and let me know what you learned. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video about this. And always remember, get out your head and get into this world. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Peace.